Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about how much you need to customize your Amazon private label product in 2021. Is it okay if we still just order things off of Alibaba that are essentially nothing changed with maybe just some custom packaging? Or is it really time that we need to start making molds, that we need to start adding features that aren't previously there? We're going to be getting into that in today's video. Be sure to stick around to the end if that sounds like something you'd enjoy watching. And be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. But without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so we're here in my computer and I just pulled up two examples. There's basically two different ways to approach this. We're gonna be covering both. Today, we're going to be talking about highly customized products versus essentially just arbitraging items straight off of Alibaba and listing them on Amazon. What are the pros and the cons, and how much of that customization do you need to do? Well, to get straight to the chase, it's kind of as much as you can, but that's not always the case, and it's not what you may think. So let's talk about that. In a market that's highly competitive, right? I've just pulled up silicone ice tray. Surely there's hundreds of these products. There's probably even thousands of these products listed on Amazon. Now, what do you think the first person to do that design would have done? Well, they probably would have prospered, right? If it was all just square ice cube trays and all of a sudden someone does a skull, I mean, here we are probably surely 8 or 9 years later, or 4 or 5 years later, and they're obviously must be doing very well to have achieved that many reviews. This is something that has been rewarded, right? So to do that, this probably wasn't just something that at the time was able to go to Amazon or Alibaba and order it. Perhaps they were the ones that initiated the conversation. Hey, can we make a skull-shaped silicone mold and then use that as an ice tray? If they didn't and they just happened to get it off of Alibaba, well, now when we go and search skull ice cube tray, that is going to be completely filled with other competitors, which I would imagine is the case. So as we look through here, we can see a very similar thing now almost all over this page. And then again, someone took it a step further. Hey, wouldn't it be funny if we made them all different instead of just all the same? We'll give one a top hat, we'll do this. All right, so we can see engineering customization happening all over this. Now, maybe with the perfect differentiation, you could still enter the silicone ice tray market. But what's going to have to happen? Well, you're going to have to probably do molding. You're going to have to be very creative. That's going to have to be your strong suit. You're going to have to know how to work with suppliers to get what you want. You're probably going to have a bigger budget because it's not going to be cheap. It might be $500 for the mold and then an MOQ of 1,000 units. That's going to be a little bit much for most people that want to start this business model. So on the other side of that, you're also going to have data to back it up. And this is what I wanted to specifically drill down on the highly customized products. I don't want you to ever look at a product and go, I think this would work. If I ask you, hey, why are you making that change? And what are you customizing this product and why? You should be able to say, I'm doing this because X number of people are buying this. This area is untouched. In the reviews, I saw this, right? It should always go back to the data. So make sure that when you're looking into customizing a product, the change you're going to make has a why, right? It has to have data to back it up. So make your decisions based off of data, not intuition. When we're coming over to the next category of products, let's check this out. These are products that have far fewer competitors, very specific designs, and all you might have to do is change the stain of the wood. This is what most sellers are going to do. This is what I'm going to do most of the time. And it has its advantages and its disadvantages. So let's say that no one had been doing this 2-tier rustic monitor stand. This is the first one that we've seen, and it has 68 reviews. Extremely, we're able to compete with that. It's whitewashed, it's a very basic product, and it's very easy to customize. How would we go about customizing that product? Well, what if we just looked at some of the other wood stains that are working successfully, like maybe this, that darker one, or maybe the dark gray, okay? If we looked at any of those things and we came back with this really light one, we could see some galvanized things going on down here. Perhaps we could introduce that into it somehow, either on the surface or on the faces of it. We could just simply change the color, right? That's almost a design-based customization. And a lot of the times if you go to a supplier, you say, I'm looking for this exact product. I see you have this exact product. I would like to do a dark gray washed out rustic look instead of a white washed out rustic look. 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, okay, you're going to be able to get that done cheaply, effectively, and you're going to be able to get it into Amazon a lot faster. So we're talking about two different groups of sellers here almost. In this hand, this seller has the highly customized, bigger budget product. Seller in this hand has the the simply customized product that's still customized. And then we have the seller that doesn't even get a hand. They're on the ground, or they're crying somewhere. They have not customized their product at all. They simply went to Alibaba. They got what's already on Amazon. They listed it. Maybe they made it $5 cheaper. That method is dead. I mean, technically it's not dead because you can still do that. You can do that, but you won't get very far doing that. So the name of the game is these smaller markets with slight customizations that set you aside from your competition, where you can still scale fast enough that you don't need thousands and thousands of dollars for molds to do these really competitive products once a year. I think that's the philosophy that I'm going to be following. And I think in 2021, the way that I would be customizing products is looking for products that already lack customization in the market and then making those small changes so that I can come in quickly and effectively, focus on branding, focus on, making that really trustworthy listing that the customer loves and getting those good reviews and getting that listing ranked. So if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you here on the channel next week for another video. Thanks so much. Later.